thought Ken Loach's speech was the most important speech of the day. It was quiet and reflective and sober, but it was absolutely on the money.
I think the idea of a coalition maybe is an idea that has passed by. It may be that we need to be a party. When we are a party, it may be that we will only be a building block in a wider left alliance. It may be only that. That every European country that I can think of, West European country, has a significant left party. Rifondazione in Italy, the Left Bloc in Germany, United Left in Spain. There are left parties across Europe. There is no reason why Britain should not, England, we'll leave the Scottish question to one side, maybe. I'll say we, should not have a left party. We absolutely should. We have to start it, and we have to be part of constructing it. All the three other main parties are parties with a business agenda. There is no political party to represent the people, to defend that hospital, to defend the NHS, to fight against bad housing. And latest figures from shelters, I see there are 87,000 households in temporary accommodation. There are over 3 million children living in poverty in the fourth wealthiest country in the world. 3 million children. You know, we have a huge task to do. We have a lot of potential opinion on our side, a lot of people waiting to be mobilized. I really think there are. We still have a world to win. We can do it.
He knows that in politics, it's no use just talking to those already converted, preaching to the choir. The important thing is to reach the millions, tens of millions out there who've never been in any left-wing organisation, who've never been in any party, are distrustful of parties. These are the people we have to reach. And to do so, we have to be as professional as our enemies. We have to be as polished as our enemies. Our arguments have got to be put in the best possible way. We need to make sure that everybody in every household not only knows, but sympathises with, and many of them join the new Respect.
Well, yeah, to be honest, you see, I resigned from Respect after the first year because of all the problems that George mentioned in his letter, and I couldn't see it being solved. So I'd given up on Respect. And then when George wrote the letter, I thought, no, hang on, that's really interesting. And then when the National Council agreed to appoint the national organiser, I said, no, that's game on now. Now we've got a battle where we could win. And I think, although a split's always a defeat and we've lost a load of activists, this is actually also a victory because the logjam's been broken. And now we can recruit people to the organisation with real confidence that they can join it and it can be theirs. You know, not a decision made by someone else by someone's central committee. I think that's great.
We're not subject to the diktat of the SWP. We've got an increasing number of decent, genuine members of the SWP coming our way or contemplating coming our way. And I think that the future looks good for us.
I joined a political party which claimed to fill the vacuum left by New Labour. Because just like George Galloway, I am a Labour man. I joined a political party. I did not join a party which is in effect going to be a glorified version of the SWP. I don't mind the SWP expanding, good luck to them, but not at the expense of Respect and the vision of Respect. It was painful, but it had to be done. You know, some people have also described it as, you know, when two parents separate, the children always want them to stay together. They're always hoping for the best. And that's what's been happening on the ground. But soon, children also realize that basically a parting of the ways is inevitable, because if the parents can't work together and live together, then there's no point in basically keeping them together for more destruction in the future.
There are 300 seats put out in the hall. And you can see that they're pretty much all full, which gives an indication of the numbers here. I would ask that people move into the centre of the rows because we're expecting more people We've got a number of invited speakers who are going to be called in throughout the afternoon, but I want to really try to cram in as many members of Respect and people who have come because they're interested in what we're saying.
Firstly, in the spirit of honesty and disclosure, I must admit I'm a member of the Socialist Workers' Party, although I'll probably have to say that in the past tense in a few days' time.
Sorry, I won't delay you from your tea and cake. My name's Jo Benefield, I'm from Bristol, and I feel a bit like Alcoholics Anonymous. I was also in the SWP, and 2 weeks ago I resigned from the SWP after 35 years in the party. I was active in the party. I built a socialist base wherever I was, in my union, in my workplace and in my community. I had to resign from the SWP because I was so ashamed of what they were doing.
But even Renewal is better than the Respect Independent Party, which stands for RIP, of course, which was named by the four councillors who resigned the whip. We have to challenge and fight for the name of Respect. We in this room and millions beyond are Respect, not the other surreal conference taking place across the way.
So the storm that broke 3 months ago made me realise it was a national problem. It wasn't just Bristol, it was a national problem. In the first place, I think the SWP did mean to build respect. But I think the SWP leadership were like generals who didn't know the state of their army. And they went into Respect thinking that their army was going to deliver on the ground, and the army was incapable.
I'm extremely pleased to be invited here. We need to build left forces, we need to look at ways of working together, and in any political party, Green Party, so on and so forth, people sometimes have disagreements. And I think that if you can actually bring people from different political parties together to at least talk, that makes progress.
So I think Respect Renewal, and I think the other Respect as well, but we're here now, so we should talk about what we're going to do, must throw itself into the campaigns around climate change, proposing socialist solutions on the basis that capitalism cannot provide the solutions.
With day after day, week after week, 3 months of denouncing many members and leading figures, revered figures become reviled figures in Respect, demonising 3 months of whipping up hysteria within the SWP. A surreal world